Alrighty, who's ready for some Prospect League? Who's ready for day 4 of our fun little fake baseball side gig from, compared to, what else is going on in PBE world? As I just realized, hang on a minute. I don't have chat in front of me. I'm gonna kind of need, especially for tonight, I'm gonna need chat in front of me so I can, see what's going on. That's better. Because we're totally professionals here. At least I'm going to be a professional because I'm going to be eating at some point during the stream. But don't worry, there's a reason for it. There's a I have a solid reason, and also I see that Don Marcus didn't leave me any cheer wine, um, which it's all right. It's all right. I got a Baja Blast, so that'll work. But here's our standings heading into day 4 of, well, 10 if you count playoffs. Yes, playoffs. Thanks, Sloth, for the primer. Gosh, 30, wow, 39 months. Where's the time gone? Time flies when you're having fun. We have 4 games tonight. I will give a heads up just because of the way that things kind of worked out with the schedule. We're going to be watching a couple of games with bots pitching. Just kind of how things played out. But that way, every team will get to see themselves twice today. But with that being said, and also double check, I don't think I have a mod with me tonight. So hold on, let me get a prediction going. Um, we do have an off day and then a quick sim day before we get into our first game. And for the sake of time, we're gonna keep this simple. We're gonna now. Granted, since I'm making the prediction, y'all can't make me broke tonight, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're gonna save. I'm gonna save my points for y'all to make me broke, maybe for the playoffs. Because I did accrue some more points for y'all to take from me. Um, it is gonna be East versus. Oh nope, not East versus South. I apologize. I can't even read my own dang notes. Don't mind me. Hang on a minute. It should be East versus North. Let me redo that. Like I said, we got total professionals. We're all professionals here, right? Right. Um, Try this again. That's better. That is correct. I used Martinelli's cider just for the record, which is like champagne, close enough. Let's go ahead and roll on. So let's go ahead and finish this day. Got our off day. West versus South. West will get the win 4-3. On the West, Sankara 1-for-4 with a walk. And then Smith getting an RBI. On the South, Mad Squatch 1-for-4 with an RBI. Rage with a run scored. Sluggerton 2-for-4. Amos Rich will take the win. Tim Infinity Laws Gamble the save. Player of the game, baseball player. East and the North. East will take the win 3-2. On the East, Slugs with a walk and a run. Skovgard 1-for-2 with a walk and an RBI. Song 2-for-4 with an RBI and a run. On the North, Bleeker with a walk and a run. And then for our pitching, Peregrino will take the win. West the loss. Garfield the save. Pedro Peregrino, player of the game. And that takes us to our first stream game of the night, and it's one of the two games that actually has bots pitching, just because of the way that the schedule played out. It's going to be David Corrigan for the East, Barry Balls for the North. And since it's blocked on the bottom for anybody who wants to know because of the prediction, OTP has it as a tie. Has it as a tie. But I will give y'all another 30 seconds to a minute to put in your predictions. And since we do have bots pitching in this game, where is my thing? Where is it? People want it. At least I think they do. Ask the Booth. Do some Ask the Booth for this first game, since we do have the bots pitching. So feel free to ask any questions you like. Just don't get me in trouble. No leaks. Whether it be draft leaks or the vegetable. Because, you know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Nothing that'll get me in trouble. I'm here so I don't get fined. I think this is something that's going to be added down the pipeline, but being able to change your archetype, which is something I know they're working on, so I don't know if that counts, to be fair. So technically no, I don't. I'm not bilingual. I only remember a couple. Well, really one. Well, I only remember two things in Spanish from high school Spanish class. I'm not going to try to embarrass myself by trying to say what those two things are. I don't see any movement, or any more movement, I should say. So let's go ahead and actually, you know what? I did. You know what? I'll let that run out. We'll start because that'll probably finish by the end of the first inning, if that. Game one between the East and the North. And for those wondering about the food, I believe it's the last game of the night on stream is the other matchup between the two bot pitchers. So you'll have to wait. Yeah, it's going to be a tease. You have to stay to the end to figure out what food item. I can't say show and tell because I don't have a cam on me, but you know you'll get the audio of me opening it and eating it. So you know maybe this would be ASMR PBE potentially. I don't have enough time to eat a lot of food in a short time, so this can't be a mukbang PBE, but we can do ASMR version. Always gotta have a tease, gotta have something to keep y'all around and staying to watch. Cause you know that's just how it goes. But yes, it is Ask the Booth. Doesn't even have to be PBE related, as you can tell. Um, let's see. What noises can I make? That one's a little too soft. Lots of cream and lots of sugar. I like cream and sugar with my coffee. Or sorry, wait. I like coffee with my cream and sugar. That's what I meant to say. Album of the Oh gosh, I don't know if I have an album of the year. Is this the Grammys? if I wish, now that I think about it, if there's an award I wish I could be a voter in, it'd probably be like the Grammys, or even though I don't know if I have an album of the, I'd have to scroll through my Spotify on that one, which is a lot considering that like I have like 1,600 songs on this playlist. You'd think I'd have an answer. Just because there's a small amount of albums out there that I would listen from start to finish, but I don't know if any of them came out this year. I do have that song in my playlist. Um, I'd like to think people from all walks of life think I'm pretty fly for a sim guy. Now you got me scrolling through my Spotify here, just like gotta figure out like what album had. I mean, was his so this did not come out this year, but the one album that came to my mind, it's one of my favorites from start to finish. What year did this come out in? Hang on. 2022. Gosh, it's been 3 years already. um is it his most recent album? I don't think he had another album since then, if I remember correctly. Oh no, he did. Did I listen to this? Hang on a minute. Sloth, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that because I guess it's been on my to listen list and I just never got around to actually, listen to it. But I am a fan of The Weeknd. Um, and he did have an album that came out this year. I guess I never got around to listening to it. But what I was gonna bring up was his Dawn FM album. It is so good. Like it is so good. You gotta listen to it from start to finish, and you gotta listen to it in order. Because he literally made it to like you're listening to like a radio station, which just adds more intrigue to it. Um, for anybody who's listened to that album, I'd be curious to know if you know who the narrator is in that album, like the person who played as like the radio DJ in that album. It's a little tiny fun fact. Even though this is Ask the Booth, not Ask the Chat, but well, see, I don't really listen to radio, if that's what you're inferring. I do listen to Hawaii radio stations because the glory of the internet. Um, Not Jeff Goldblum. It is a male though. I mean, I guess you get a hint there. It is a male, but it's not Jeff Goldblum. In fact, I didn't even realize I had to Google it when I first heard the album. I was like, "Is this who I think it is?" So I Googled it, and I was like, "Oh, it is who I think it is." Or since we just had football yesterday, and somehow the Bears won, and the Cardinals lost, and I ruined my own joke. I'm not even gonna finish my joke. I ruined my own joke. Don't mind me. I don't know why the Bears were on my mind first when really I should have gone the route of the Cardinals. Either that or alcohol references, since you're the one that brought it up. Because it is a bear with a beer in its hand, after all. Although since I did say it, the Bears gotta give it its justice. North on the board first, Brian Bleeker with a dinger time to left center. We won't talk about my football team though. It's a hashtag too soon. Although it could be worse. Could be just end the season Jets. Could be the Browns. Um, could be the Giants or the Raiders. But no, we won't talk about my team. Even though that's not a Falcon, it looks close enough. Nor is it the Falcons or the Aints or the Cowboys, who I have other name jokes for. I kind of narrowed it down for you, chat. But yes, if you're just tuning in, you're just joining. It is Ask the Booth. We'll have a second opportunity for Ask the Booth during the half show and tell segment of the program. Maybe we'll have to see about getting a sponsorship. Even though if that were to ever happen, I have to give you guy a little bit of a cut. We'll cut of the proceeds. Just kidding. Just kidding. Tied at one though, halfway through our first game of the night. Also, I forgot to mention this when we did the prediction. If you haven't done so, please fill out the Twitch form. That way, if you ever redeem the million PBE bucks, our mods know who to give the money to. It sounds like something I would see in an adult holiday themed coloring book. The one where you color in cuss words, which is oddly therapeutic. I had a friend who really wanted like some of those coloring books, and they're like, yeah, this is very therapeutic. It's like, okay, whatever you say. Atlas Slugs with a dinger puts the East up front 2-1. Is that a Pokemon emote or reindeer and a Pokemon combined emote? No, it's just a reindeer. It looks like a Pikachu that turned into a reindeer. Is that from like a Pokemon Twitch? Deer Chew. Oh my gosh. That sounds like something I would buy in the Midwest. Deer Chew. I think they call it deer jerky, which I've never had in my life. I do wish I had that emote. I don't think I have any of those emotes, actually. Do I? Sloth got me scrolling through Spotify earlier. Now he got me scrolling through my emotes. I don't think I have that one. Oh, I have the smiley face one. And that's all I got. You gotta go with the classic. Gotta go with the classic lull. it's good. It's good in many different situations. At least that's my favorite Twitch emote. I think the laughy smiley face is my most used emote if I were to look at my phone. Which now y'all got me looking at my phone. Yeah, yeah, that one, the laughy emote, my most used. I don't pay for Discord Nitro, so I don't. So I stick to the general emotes on Discord unless I'm in a certain server and they have good emotes. Yeah, that's one I yeah. That is one I definitely, a lot of servers have that emote, and I definitely put that to good use. Maybe I shouldn't have said we're going to be talking about food later because nobody has talked about food except for me. I might have ruined it. North looking for some insurance, even though they're already up by 4. Go on to the 8th because pumpkin spice is gross. Now, I would have a glass of eggnog with if I was eating pumpkin pie. I think that's the closest you're gonna get. Oh, with me on that one, Rob. Although I have to say this, I think it's really weird that so like me growing up, we always had custard pie. Apparently, custard pie is not a thing. At least in my part of the country, I cannot find me a custard pie anywhere. Which I don't know. I don't get it. 'Cause custard pie also tastes really good. If anybody knows what custard pie is, East trying to stage comeback though. They're gonna have the time run to the plate, but not quite. 6-3 going to the bottom of the 8th. Just because there's a sign out there in the left field. Rob, should I mix my eggnog with lemon soda? Would that get me far enough, or should I mix it with jackfruit? I gotta ask the expert. Well, hopefully work will not bug you when we get to the food segment. Sir, this is a Wendy's. This is a Wendy's. That would break the rules. Not to mention that make me sick. I'll just mix my eggnog with a frosty. Which, you know what? I don't. Why doesn't Wendy's do an eggnog frosty? Because there's places that do eggnog shakes, which are delicious. There's a local place out here that does eggnog ice cream. Why not? Why not do an eggnog frosty? I think that would be delicious because it's basically eggnog ice cream. What flavor Red Bull? There's like 20 different flavors of Red Bull, isn't there? Hashtag not sponsored, but I think the best out of the national places, the best eggnog shake I've ever had was Jack in the Box, which I don't think they do eggnog shakes anymore, which is quite a shame. Quite a shame. Tying run to the plate in the top of the ninth, 2 outs. Got to catch it though, and they do. North will get the 6-3 win. Barry Balls with the win. Reg Garfield, the blown save loss. Skinster McKinley, the save. Brandon Zahn, player of the game. Brandon Zahn's up to 5 home runs now, so he's back to himself. Oh yes, let me pay out the prediction before I forget. That's right, I'm doing double duty today. And where's my cheat sheet? Okay. Just so I know what the next game is. I mean, it'd help if I don't have any typos. Um, we'll do this. Change it up a little bit. And I'll set that for like 5 minutes. West versus South, going to be our next stream game. Over under 0.5 runs in the seventh. Over under 0.5 runs in the seventh. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and look at the box score for the other game on this day. South will take the 8-5 win over the West. Sankara 1 for 5 with a run. Sparky D with an RBI. Smith 1 for 4. And then on the South, Rage 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Our first, I believe, unless one happened during the quick sim day, but this is, I believe, our first Prospect League special of the year. Rylan Moffitt, the blown save win. Beware Strikes will take the loss. Roy D. Rage, player of the game. And that'll take us to our next stream game, where we do have actual players pitching. It'll be Smokey Zazaki and Avery time on the mound. And since I did set it for runs in the seventh, we're going to just get right into it. We're just going to go ahead and get right on into it. In fact, let me hydrate real quick and take off Ask the Booth, because we're not doing Ask the Booth for this one. I mean, you know, it's a Mountain Dew. It counts as hydrating, right? Don't trust me. I'm not a doctor. Thomas Sankara leading off for the West. Swing and a miss. 1 out. Next up will be baseball player. Base hit up the middle. So runner on with one out for Jose. Jose bang below the Mendoza. That's a shame. Runner going. Runner safe. Jose with a base hit to center field off the wall that's going to bring in a run. Is that enough to get him on the other side of the Mendoza? Yes. Don't mind me. Nostradamus here. Swing and a miss by Galtieri for out number 2. Next up, Zoidberg. That's going to go to the gap. That's going to score Jose. And it's another double. 2-0 West in the top of the first. Next up, CJ Walker. Base hit up the middle. Runner's going to try to score from second. Throw is offline. 3-0 West. Still 2 outs in the inning. Now Sparky D. Chopper to third, and they will make the play over to first. Home half of the inning will be McCanahan leading off for the Glaciers. Base hit up the middle. Runner on for Hingle McCringleberry. It's called strike 3. 1 out now, Willie Vapor. Base hit up the middle, just pokes through. Tying run to the plate, and man squatch. And that is lined to right, but caught. First and second still with 2 outs. Austin Sanders, strike 3 called. South had some traffic on base pass, could not score any of them. 3-0 go to the second. McDykel grounded to first for the first out. Next up will be Max Smith. Takes it in the back. Runner on, ordered back to the top in Sankara. Takes it low, ball 4. First and second with 1 out for baseball player. And that is called strike 3 on the outside corner. So 2 down now for Jose. Swing and a miss, strike 3. West leaving some runners stranded as well. Bottom second, Rage leading off. Base hit up the middle. Leadoff runner is on for the South. Next up, Sluggerton. Runner going, runner is safe. So now runner in scoring position with no outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. Now the 8-hitter, Tejada, that's going to be in the gap. That's going to go off the wall. That's going to score a run. RBI double for Ishmael Tejada. 3-1 West. Now the catcher, Unmore. Ground ball to second, moves the runner to third. 2 outs, top of the order to McCanahan. Fly ball, and that's going to be in the gap. Almost a diving grab, but it's going to be a double. 3-2 West, tying run in scoring position for Hingle. Fly ball to right, caught on the run. South scratch 2 back, will go to the top of the third. Paulie Galtieri leading off. Outside strike 3. Unmore pulling off the frame job. Next up will be Zoidberg. Chopper to first, out number 2. Next up, CJ Walker. That's low ball 4. Runner first, 2 outs. Sparky D now. Fly ball center field, that is caught for out number 3. Same score will go to the home half. 3-4-5 due up for the South. Vapor, ground ball to second. In time, 1 out. Now the cleanup hitter, man squatch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nobody on 2 outs, Sanders. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Zazaki through 3. And the West still up by a run. We'll go to the top of the 4th. McDykel. Grounder to third, and it's bobbled. They're going to charge the error to Sanders, the third baseman. Leadoff runner is on for Max Smith. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Double play can get them out of it. Sankara. Fly ball to right, that's caught for out number 2. 2 down now for baseball player. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Go to the home half, 6, 7, 8, due up. Rage leading off. That is deep to center field, and it's not coming back. 456 feet for the dinger time, and this game is tied. He was in such a rage that he had to make the baseball cry, and that is Rage's 3rd home run already of Prospect League. And now Sluggerton to the corner. No out double. South looking to take the lead. Tejada tries to. Wow, that's a long bunt. Holy moly! Usually, I've never seen the pop-up bunt go all the way to third base like that. It usually goes back to the pitcher. And then Unmore will ground out. 2 outs, runner at second for McCanahan, who pops it up, and that is caught. South do tie it up, though, with the home run. We'll go to the 5th. Jose leading off. Back to the pitcher. And that'll be out number 1. Next up, Gualtieri. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. Now Dr. Zoidberg. Called, strike 3 on the outside corner. That is 9 strikeouts for Avery time. We're halfway through. We're tied at 3. As McCringleberry will lead off with a base hit to center field. Leadoff runner is on for the South. Next up, Vapor. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. Now Mansquatch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Now, Austin Sanders, fly ball to center field. That is caught for out number 3. No runs to score in the 5th. We'll go on to the 6th. Tie ball game still. New pitcher, Charlie Zhu for the South, as Walker leads off with a base hit. Leadoff runner on for the Het Parrots. As Sparky D, fly ball to left field. 1 out. Swing and a miss by McDykel. 2 outs as Smith, a gnarly pop-up to the first base side for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Still a tie ball game. Rage hits it hard, but right at third base, out number 1. Next up will be Sluggerton. Called, strike 3, 2 down. Next up will be Tejada. Strike 3 called. We'll go on to the money inning, the 7th. That is the inning for our prediction. Over under half a run. See what happens. It's top of the order. Sankara pops that up. Out number 1. Next up will be baseball player. Chopper just gets through for a base hit. So 1 out base runner on for Jose. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, threw him out. It's been a hot minute since I've seen the strikeout throwout happen. At the stretch, we're still tied at 3. It'll be Unmore leading off for the South. Ball 4. Leadoff runner is on. Top of the order to McCanahan. Runner going. This time the runner is safe. Runner in scoring position now. Strike 3 called. 1 out. Runner at second for Hingle McCringleberry. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. Now Vapor. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So no runs will score. So if you chose under, you got the prediction. Top of the 8th, Gualtieri, swing and a miss, strike 3. New pitcher, by the way, for the South is Tucker Doubt. Zoidberg, that's deep down the left field line. Gone. Dinger time for Zoidberg. West will retake the lead 4-3. The people who bet over wish that happened an inning earlier, as Walker will ground out to short for the second out. I'll bring up Sparky D. Swing and a miss, strike three. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. South need to find that run, maybe even a couple. Chris Gamble, new pitcher for the West. His man squash ground out to first, one out. Austin Sanders back to the pitcher. Fast runner, though, beats out the throw. Infield hit for Sanders. Runner first, one out. Swing and a miss by Rage, two outs. Now the shortstop, Sluggerton, swing and a miss, strike three. To the ninth we go. West looking for an insurance run. It's McDykel. Fly ball to left field. That is Koffrau, number one. Next up will be Smith. Fly ball as well to left. That's also caught. Two outs. Top of the order, Sankara. Fly ball to right field, and that is caught for out number three. 1-2-3 inning. It's rally cap time for the South. One to tie, two to win. 8-9-1 due up. Tejada, base hit. Tying run is aboard. Unmore represents the winning run. Swing and a miss, strike three, one out. West looking for a double play to get out of it. McCanahan. Ball four. Tying run, scoring position. Winning run is on base. McCringleberry. Lined over the third baseman's head in the left field, and the bases are now loaded with one out. Drama here in the bottom of the ninth. Vapor to the plate. Man Squatch, who leads the team in home runs and RBIs, is on deck. Ground ball out at home, and that's all they will get. It comes down to this. Man Squatch with the bases loaded. Two outs. Winning run is in second base. Tying run 90 feet away. Fly ball to right field, and it is caught. The West will hang on in a dramatic bottom of the ninth. They will win it 4-3. Beware Stripes will get the win in relief. Mazzarelli will get the save. Tucker Doubt will take the loss. Dr. Zoidberg with that home run back in, I believe, the eighth inning is your player of the game. East and the North. And also a 4-3, but this time the North will win 4-3. Even though this chart is wrong, I think it's very festive. It's green and red. even though that's from a previous season. For the East, Slugs 1-for-3 with a walk. Skovgard 1-for-3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Song 2-for-4, 2 RBIs and a run. On the North, Max 2-for-4 with a run scored. Bleecker as well with the same line. Vikova 1-for-3 with a walk, 2 RBIs, run scored. Neither starting pitcher will be in on the decision. West will take the win. Murdoch the loss. McKinley the save. Shohei Ohtani will be your player of the game. Oop, no, we want to save, not load. There we go. In fact, we'll safety save. I believe we have a travel day in between. And we do. That'll take us to our next stream game, which hopefully hopefully it's early enough for Punk to be up. Xavier Zickafuss pitching for the East. Muffin Healer pitching for the West. Let me get a prediction going here. We'll also have to include a tie option. Give y'all a couple minutes, give me a chance to hydrate as well. Which pitcher will have a higher game score? And this is only for the starting pitchers. So it'll be Muffin Healer for the West, Xavier Zickafuss for the East, or will they tie? Tie is possible. It's a possibility. So I'll give y'all a minute or two to get your predictions in. I'll just give myself a chance to hydrate. Got to keep the vocal cords going. But which team will have higher game score? That is your prediction. And this is usually a prediction I would get myself involved in because, I'm the person that wants to go tied. But if I bet, then I can't pay out the prediction. So that's a shame. That's a shame. Also, after this game, we will finish up with Ask the Booth, as well as our usual food segment. I may or may not have a food item that was referenced in a previous Prospect League stream. There's your additional tease. Now y'all will spend this whole game trying to figure out what food items we have talked about in previous streams and what food item I might have next to me on my right. Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't ate all day, so I'm over here like staring at it. I'm like, I want to kind of snack. I want to snack on it. But I'm excited. I actually remembered to buy it. So y'all will get real time me trying a particular food item I've never tried before. This is where I wish I could give out prizes. Be like, if you guess correctly what the food item is, you get a prize. But HO or Dame or both would probably be like, no. Last chance on the prediction. Last chance on the prediction. I know it's blocked on the bottom. It's Muffin Healer for the West, Xavier Zickafuss for the East. OTP has it as a tie. Speaking of food, Sloth, did you end up getting pizza? I don't think you ever said what you ended up getting for dinner on, I think it was Friday. And for the record, the food item that I will be trying is not pizza. Because, I don't want to eat room temperature pizza. That's not fun. It has to be piping hot or cold out of the fridge. Ooh, Mexican food. On a Friday? No, I'm just kidding. Thought we eat that on Tuesdays. Taco Tuesday. All right. I'm just gonna let that thing run down. Because there's like less than a minute left on it anyway, or thereabouts. Because I like to talk. All right, it'll be Jose leading off for the West. Is this the one park that is San Francisco? I don't remember. Yes, it is. The one park that is not Oakland. Jose will strike out to start off the game. Go next to Sparky D. Inside ball four. So runner on, one out. CJ Walker. Swing and a miss, strike three, two outs. Now Galtieri. Swing and a miss, strike three. Wesley Verona Strand will go to the home half. Farnsworth leading off. Strike 3 called, 1 out. Now Lucas Jameson will draw the walk. So both sides with a runner on with 1 out. As Sato will get a base at center field. Runner did have to hold up, so be first and second with 2 outs. Cleanup hitter now, Atlas Slugs. And it's a fly ball to right field that is caught for out number 2, I should say. And now they'll bring up Joe Getz batting in the 5 spot, and that's a ground ball. They'll get the force over at second base. That'll end the first inning. Neither side will score a run. Zoidberg, who had the home run in our previous game, he'll lead off with a fly ball to center field, 1 out. Now Max Smith, grounder to third, in time, 2 outs. Baseball player, base hit up the middle. Sankara, runner going, runner safe. So runner at second, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So runner left stranded scoring position will go to the bottom of the inning. Ransom to lead off. Grounder to short. In time, 1 out. Now Skovgard. That's to deep left, but not quite deep enough. Caught in front of the track. So 2 outs, nobody on. Press Duckley. And that is going to be down for extra bases in the corner. 2 out double for Duckley. They'll bring up the second baseman, Song. And that's going to be in Triple's alley. But it'll be cut off in time for it to be a double. It does score a run. East on the board first, 1-0. Order will reset to the top. Farnsworth. That's deep. And that's not coming back. Not quite a splash. Does not go into McCovey Cove. But it is a dinger time for the Moose. The Moose is loose. 7th home run for Farnsworth in this Prospect League. East extend the lead to 3-0. As Lucas Jameson grounds that to first to end the inning. But not before the damage has been done. East put up a crooked number. We'll go to the top of the third. 9-1-2 due up for the West. McDykel. Line down the line, of base hit. Lead off double for McDykel. We'll go to the top of the order, and Jose popped it up. Out number 1. I love how the random fielder in the background always jumps on an infield fly. As that is a liner, but caught by Sparky D. Off the bat, Sparky D caught in left field. As Walker also strikes out, so the runner at second base will not score. Go to the bottom of the inning. Sato. Lined into right center field for a base hit. Leadoff runner is on. Now Slugs. Ground ball, there's 1. They're going to turn the double play. 4-6-3 twin killing. Bases empty, 2 outs. As Getz hits that deep to Triple's out. The deepest part of the park, and it's not coming back either. That is gone. Dinger time for Joe Getz. You don't see very many home runs in San Francisco in that part of the park. 408, 4th of the year for Getz, makes it a 4-0 East lead. As Ransom flies that to left, out number 3. Through 3, the Elves lead by 4. Top of the 4th now, Galtieri. Outside called, strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Xavier Zickafuss so far. Zoidberg, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. Max Smith to the plate, popped up, and that is caught for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the order due up for the East. Skovgard leading off. And that is hit a mile high by first base and caught for out number 1. Almost hit the fog layer in San Francisco. Duckley takes ball 4. Runner on, 1 out for Song. Ground ball. They're only going to go to first on this one, so it does move the runner. So runner at second base, 2 outs for Moose. And that's a base hit to center field. That they're going to try to score the runner from second. Throw to the plate is not in time. RBI single for Farnsworth. It's now 5-0 East. Runner going. Runner is safe. 5th stolen base for Farnsworth. As Jamison hits that to deep center, but not deep enough. That'll be caught for out number 3. Through 4. 5-0 East. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Baseball player will draw the leadoff walk. So runner aboard for Sankara. Popped up, also a mile high, maybe in the fog. Caught by the first base side, 1 out. McDykel, swing and a miss, strike 3. 8 strikeouts now for Zickafuss. Top of the order to Jose, and Jose with a base hit. Throw to third, not in time. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. Sparky D to the plate. Fly ball to right field, that is caught for out number 3. Halfway through, East up by 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-4-5 due up. Sato, grounder to short, in time, 1 out. Now they'll bring up Atlas Slugs. And that is not coming back. Gone. 3rd home run of the game for the Elves. This time, Atlas Slugs will touch them all. 2nd home run of the Prospect League in only 13 at-bats for Slugs. It is now 6-0 East here in the bottom of the 5th. As Getz, who had one of the 3 home runs, he'll draw the walk. Runner at first. 1 out for Ransom. Back to the pitcher. That might be an infield hit. No, they'll get the runner at second instead. So fielder's choice. Runner first. 2 outs for Skovgard. Hard hit grounder, but right at second base to end the inning. East have scored at least a run in each of the last 4 innings. They lead by 6, heading to the 6th. As Walker, fly ball to left field, playable and caught for the first out. Now, new pitcher, Nicaragua del Toro. That'll be it for Zickafuss. 5 1/3 shutout innings. As Galtieri will strike out, 2 outs. Zoidberg, fly ball to center field. Diving grab in center field by Duckley to steal a hit. West cannot get any offense going. 3 hits through 6. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Duckley, fly ball to center field. This one's more playable, and that'll be caught. Now Song, swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll go to the top of the order to Farnsworth. That is deep, and that's also not coming back. The Moose is loose for the 2nd time in the game. Moose Farnsworth with his 2nd home run. And the East are up by a touchdown. 7-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. His 8th of the year already. As Jamison will pop that up in the infield, caught by the 3rd baseman. Go to the top of the 7th. Smith to deep right, but not deep enough. 1 out. Now they'll bring up baseball player. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Nobody on for Sankara. Called, strike 3 on the outside corner. At the stretch, 7-0 Elves. 3-4-5 due up, it'll be Sato leading off. Fly ball to deep center, and that's caught for out number 1. Now the cleanup hitter, Slugs. Line, but caught by the 2nd baseman. 2 outs now for Joe Getz. Fly ball left, and for the first time in 5 innings, East put up a goose egg. They still, though, lead by 7. Go to the top of the 8th. McDykel. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 out. Go to the top of the order. Jose. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. Now Sparky D. Fly ball left field. That it will be caught as well for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for the Het Parrots, who are trying for the 4-peat here in Prospect League. Still plenty of time to accomplish that goal, as Ransom will lead off the bottom of the 8th with a deep fly to center field, out number 1. Now Skovgard, base hit up the middle. Runner first, 1 out for Duckley. And that's a base hit to center field. First and second, 1 out for Song. Kind of a swinging bunt. They'll go to second. Out at second, fielder's choice. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. And Farnsworth, he has a chance for only the 3rd ever 3-home run game. He'll draw the walk instead. Bases loaded, 2 outs, play at every plate for Lucas Jameson. And that is going to be a shallow fly ball to center field, and that is caught for out number 3. Last chance for the West. They're going to need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to take the lead, or just a touchdown with the extra point if they want to send it to the bottom of the 9th. As Walker grounder to second, 1 out. Galtieri, fly ball to left field, and that is caught for out number 2. And now they're down to their final out, be Zoidberg. Ground ball, and that'll end this one. A combined 3-hitter for East pitching. Pretty sure Zikafus is going to have the higher game score. Oh, man, 1 point shy of a nice 69. But the East will win the prediction. East will win the prediction. Zikafus will be the winning pitcher. Muffin Healer will take the loss. Moose Farnsworth, player of the game. North and the South. And it's going to be the South winning 4-3. Max with a walk. Bleeker 2 for 5, RBI and a run scored. Vikova 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. On the South, Rage 1 for 4, Sluggerton 2 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Komtowski will take the win. Ritter the loss. Ryland Moffat the save. Your player of the game, Brandon Zahn, who, what did Zahn do? Zahn he was 3 for 4 with a double. Now take us to our last stream game of the night. I believe we have one quick sim day as well. And it's going to be the North versus the South. North versus the South. Jorbel Boykins will be pitching for the North. Tim Infinity for the South. Let's see. You know what? We'll do over-under runs in the 9th, just so we can get this rolling. We'll set that for 5 minutes, should be fine. So in other words, will there be a run scored in the 9th or not? Over-under 0.5 runs scored in the 9th. And also, let's go ahead and put up, where is it? This is Ask the Booth / our food segment of the program. Let's see who has a good memory. Does anybody remember the first Ask the Booth question we had? This season of Prospect League, does anybody remember what the first question I was asked? I'll give you a hint. It was a food related question. It was a food related question. Let's start the game. Let's see. Now we're gonna rush to the VOD. They're gonna try to go look. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. It may have been the second one. That was like the third question. We started with food, and then we ended up talking about poutine. No, that was asked the other night when we brought up about pizza, and you asked what you should have for dinner. Just because I wanna eat. It was what was my favorite chip. I was asked what my favorite chip was, and I said it was barbecue Pringles and BV's on it. I remembered. I mentioned I've never tried all dressed chips. So here, let's see if the mic will pick it up. So I do have the bag. In fact, let me open it. I have a bag of Lay's all dressed chips. Ooh, that smells good. I've never had one before, so I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules. I'm about to try my first all dressed potato chip. Ooh, these are good. So it's like a tangy barbecue chip. Mmm. Okay, I'm glad I spent extra money to go buy a bag of these. Oh damn, these are really good. Oh my god. Thank you, chat, for being a good influence on me. I still want real poutine though. I still want real poutine. I kind of wish I bought a bigger bag. These taste like a really good barbecue potato chip, in my opinion. It is Ask the Booth, by the way, while while I'm being rude and streaming and eating potato chips. I would imagine you can sloth. I bought these from Walmart, which is what reminded me of it. I was like, you know what? Let me look. Because yeah, they should be available nationwide now. See, okay. Um, I would love ketchup chips. I'll tell you why. When I was little, actually, this might be part of the controversial food combinations. Now I think about it, because I was asked this question, and I came up with strawberry and brown sugar and sour cream, which still tastes delicious. I used to get like Ruffles, like the basic Ruffles. I would dip those in ketchup. So I would love ketchup chips because that's basically what it is. It's the Giants. You'll be fine. You probably have a decent owner. At least you didn't pick the Pirates or the Marlins, or the Twins, who ESPN calls the most aggravated and frustrated fan base in the country. At least when I read it this morning. I still think it's the Mets, and I love it. You know who's not in the top 10? The Phillies, because we're better than that. I don't think this bag of potato chips is going to survive the rest of the night, by the way. Um, we'll see how many chips I can eat before Dame pops in. And is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Although I cannot top. Well, wait a minute. Moosey couldn't do it. Moosey streamed on Thanksgiving and was supposed to do the Baja Blast pie, but couldn't get it. I guess it sold out before he was able to get one. Um, and since we're not streaming on Christmas, there you go, Moosey. I beat you to it. Instead of a Baja Blast pie, I have all dressed potato chips. I honestly would have bought this earlier if I knew it was going to taste more like a barbecue potato chip. Because nothing beats a good old barbecue potato chip. Also, for real though, BV. One thing I do recommend as somebody who does play a lot of OTP. Don't be afraid to let the AI do a lot of the stuff. Just so it gives you an idea, get a grasp of the game, and don't be afraid to use commissioner mode either. You know, if you make a mistake, if you're in commissioner mode, you can undo your mistake. As we got a balk, we have a balk. Now we just need a little league home run so I can complete PBE bingo. No problem. Also, depending on how far you want to take it, BV, OTP. I have to find the link. OTP. They just redid their like their manual per se. Fellow affiliate Twins 34 basically made like an OOTP wiki, which is really informational. I'll have to go find the link. Although I think it's linked within the game as well. If you click the help, it should have it take you to that if you wanted to look more into it, kind of get an idea of how things work. Yeah, definitely read through that. There's some very useful information in that wiki. Okay, I won't be super mega rude. Let me put the chips down. I can get to the chips later after the stream. Which golf game did you buy? We've gone from Ask the Booth to Ask the Chat. You know, we got to do a little plot twist here and there. You know, I'm M. Nas Shyamalan. Oh, that's good. PGA, they do great game. Or sorry, 2K, they do really good games. I also own that game. Very fun game. It's one of the few games I actually buy when it first comes out, but that's also because they're smart. They don't do a game every year. They do a game every 2 years. Which is kind of my buying pattern. So it works out. South's going to have the tying run in scoring position here in the bottom of the fifth. Also, as a reminder, we'll be doing real-time sim on Wednesday because it is Christmas Eve. TBD on whether or not we do a stream on Friday, day after Christmas. But Wednesday, we'll definitely be doing a real-time sim, so stay tuned to the Rookie Discord for that. I agree. I'd buy games more often if they were released every 2 years. But alas, it doesn't work that way. Looking at you, Madden. Even though I can't tell you the last time I ever bought Madden. Which coincidentally, you could play that on PC. But you can't do college football on PC. Yes, I'm still very salty about that. No pun intended, considering, I am technically salty. I just had some potato chips. I I remember when you could do MLB The Show on PC, but you can't do that either. And that was another one of the games I would buy every year, but I don't have a PS5, so now I can't. Now I'm on an island. I could go on a whole rant actually about Sony and their workings with MLB The Show, but I digress. This is not my Captain. Captain, I have a question. I have a question. First of all, good morning, because I think it's morning time where you're at. Is it one Tani or is it supposed to be Ontani? Because, obviously it's a play on Otani, but is it one Tani or Ontani? So it is one Tani. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So I was right the first time. I was right the first time. Congrats on the recreate, by the way. It feels weird in the sense that you don't have a league job anymore, do you? Now you're free. You're experiencing freedom. Thank you. I may or may not have cried on stream, but it's fine. It's fine. See, BV, that's not real wrestling. If there's one thing that you will never see me enjoy, it is WWE. Because I don't believe in watching something that is scripted. If I wanted to watch something that was scripted, I go watch, like, I don't know, a drama or a comedy or something that is actually supposed to be scripted. Sports do not need to be scripted. So I will never enjoy wrestling. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, you must have a lot of Captain, you must have a ton of money to like not even need a job. You probably have enough for like 3 full careers and just sitting back and chilling because you did so dang much. You deserve just to enjoy the PBE, like just fake baseball. Even then, so I'm a NASCAR fan. Well, I'm kind of a NASCAR fan. I say that now because there's nobody I find exciting or I have no reason to watch. I tell you, one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life is when I think it was the CEO at the time. He was like, "We are in the sports entertainment business." It's like, no, you're in the sports business. Shut up. It just fed the whole thing that people kept thinking NASCAR is making decisions based on viewership and what the people wanted to watch, and not actually following the rules. So I'm a junior fan, which it's a shame that if I want to get my dose of junior, I have to go get an Amazon Prime membership. He couldn't have just stayed with NBC. Um, it is. I mean, I will say this because they did. I will give Michael Jordan credit. He took him to court and won. So hopefully, now that the teams are going to start making more money and actually, have a chance to be profitable and have, an actual asset, um, that the product on the track will be exciting. Although the current generation of car that they've gone with is terrible. Is terrible. I hate it. I certainly hope, segue, because Formula One is going to have a new car in 26. I sure as hell hope it's not going to go as bad as what NASCAR did. Because I'll be honest, I love Formula One more than I like NASCAR, and it used to be the other way around. Heck, IndyCar is better than NASCAR these days. Which is that another balk? Oh no, I hit him. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking down far enough. Out at home, safe at first. South still has a chance to tie or take the lead. Also, shout out to F1. Now, if you win an IndyCar, now you get more points towards a super license. Tying run in scoring position for the South. I wouldn't say it's too. I'm going to say it's the other way around. There's not enough drama, which I know is weird to say because sports entertainment. But these days, I mean, the problem is you have a bunch of drivers in the lower series who drive like maniacs, but when they get out of the car, they don't act like maniacs. And what I mean by that is, I miss the days of like when you talk to Tony Stewart and he just goes on this rampage rant. Everybody is so like mellowed out. It's like Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin are the only ones left that actually will say something. Everybody else is just like, yeah, it is what it is. It's like, dude, if you're mad at an injustice, say something. Like, I always think back to that rant when Tony Stewart crashed out at Daytona. He went on this whole rampage. He was like, you know what? We cannot end the race till half the cars in the field crash. Also, if we didn't crash enough cars, we'll just do a figure eight. And or we could split the field. Once half will go one direction, the other half go in the other direction. Because we didn't crash enough cars today. Or his analogy with if the sport was too safe. Y'all need to go look up that clip as that is gone. That is a walk-off home run for the South. Ryan McAnahan with the walk-off, and it's a 3-run comeback for the Glaciers. They win 5-4. To finish by the way, overs win in the prediction because we had 2 runs in the 9th. 2 runs in the 9th. So the overs will get the win. To finish my thought real quick. So, press conference person asked Tony, "Do you think the sport is too safe?" He shot a question back to the person who was asking the question. He was like, "Well, I think the press center, I think this place is too safe. So we're going to take your chair and we're going to cut a leg off of your chair so you have 3 legs on your chair. because it's exciting. How do you feel about that? Well, I want to know how you feel. No, I want to know how you feel. I mean, it's too safe here in the press area. You should have three legs on your chair. It was amazing. I did some paraphrasing there. Blown save loss for Skin Star McKinley, Rylan Moffat with the win. Jorbel Boykins, your player of the game. It's amazing how we went from potato chips to racing in within 10 minutes. Welcome to Prospect League. Also, let me catch up in chat. I miss it when they did. So I think they do the awards show in Charlotte now because that's where the Hall of Fame is. I will say, if I ever get to North Carolina, the Hall of Fame is definitely one place I will want to visit. West and the East. East will get the 5-2 win. For the West, Sparky D 2 for 5. Max Smith 1 for 3 with a walk. Sankara 2 for 4 with an RBI. On the East, Slugs 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double and a run scored. Skovgard with a walk. Song 1 for 4. Peregrino with the win. Rich the loss. Garfield the save. Lucas Jameson, your player of the game. And our last day of the night. And this is a quick sim day. North and the South. Oh boy, we had a slugfest. 12-10. A game that had 30 base hits. For the North, Clark Max. I knew I was going to make that mistake eventually. Sloth going to kill me now. Clark Max with his stolen illegal TPE, 2 for 5, walk in a run. Bleeker 3 for 5, 2 runs, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Vicavoa 2 for 5. Then on the South, Man Squatch 2 for 4. Also with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And the only of the prospects on the South getting in on the action. Barry Balls take the win. Kontowski lost. Porygon 2 with the save. Brian Bleeker, player of the game. Now the West and the East. 4-2. Oh man, 13 hits. Only 4 runs, but still got them the win. For the West, Sparky D 1 for 4. Smith a walk and a run. Then on the East, Skovgard 1 for 3 with a walk, and Song 2 for 4 with a run scored. Corrigan with the win. McDougal lost. Aiden Wyatt the save. David Corrigan is your player of the game. And that is it for tonight. Let's look at the standings real quick. Maybe. There we go. South and the East tied for first. North a game behind. West still plenty of time to catch up. We have 30 games remaining on the season, so still plenty of time for that to change. And then let's go ahead and get my half of the upload done. No stream on Wednesday. We will be doing a real-time sim, so stay tuned to the Rookie Discord for that. TBD on Friday. If not, we will be streaming at some point next week as well. We also have the Rookie Showcase coming up. Also, as it is holiday week for PBE, so a lot of us are, taking a little bit of a holiday break. Also, y'all should be able to do your tasks in the portal. Looks like that was unlocked a little while ago, so you should be able to do that. Your activity check, your equipment, your training. Now, do be aware, even though it's a 2-week section, so once you do it, you don't got to worry about it for 2 weeks. We're going to raid into one of our fellow OTP sim leagues. FK and Commission, the EMLB, I believe they're in their version of playoffs. Playoffs. Stay tuned to the Rookie Discord. We'll see if we can get this uploaded to the index before midnight Eastern. If not, it will refresh at midnight Eastern. But hopefully everybody enjoys the rest of their night or day, depending on what part of the world you're in. I think I'm gonna go finish this bag of all-dressed potato chips. We will see you all. I guess when we see we'll see y'all when we see you. I suppose. And happy holidays in case we don't talk before Christmas. We'll see y'all later.